Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about how local businesses can go from feeling totally invisible to absolutely dominating their market. And the best part? We've boiled it all down to 3 straightforward, actionable steps you can start using today. So let's dive right in. Okay, let's kick things off with a problem that, pretty much every local business owner has felt. You feel invisible. You know there are customers right in your area who need your services, but for some reason the phone just isn't ringing. And what's worse, you see your competitors staying busy grabbing all those urgent, high-value jobs. So what's really going on here? Why are they getting those calls? I can tell you right now, it's not just bad luck. It almost always comes down to one critical, and I mean critical, part of your online presence that most businesses just get wrong. We're going to show you exactly what that is and, more importantly, how you can fix it.
Look, the battle for local customers, it isn't being won with flyers or old-school newspaper ads anymore. Nope, the entire game is won or lost right here on your customer's phone in the exact moment they desperately need your help.
And this is the battleground. It's the Google Map hack. You've seen it a million times. It's those top 3 businesses that show up right under the map in a local search. When somebody in Amarillo has a burst pipe, this is where they look. For a local service business, this isn't just a source for leads. It is the source for leads. It's basically your digital storefront for customers who need you right now.
And being number 1 here? Oh, it's a complete game changer. Showing up in these top 3 spots means you connect with customers at their exact moment of need. I mean, think about a search like emergency plumber Pompatex. That person isn't just browsing. They have a problem and they're ready to pay someone to fix it. And you better believe they're almost always calling one of the first 3 names they see.
So, the big question is, how do you get into one of those top spots? Well, the very first step, and honestly, this is non-negotiable, is to build a rock-solid, completely trustworthy digital foundation. Seriously, if you don't get this part right, nothing else we talk about is going to matter. I absolutely love this quote because it puts everything in perspective, especially for anyone in the trades. You know that on a job site, precision and consistency are everything, right? Well, you have to apply that exact same level of discipline to your business information online. And this right here is a perfect example of what goes wrong. It's a problem we call digital drift. Just look at that column on the left. You've got these tiny variations in your business name, address, and phone number, what we call your NAP. To you and me, Joe's and Joe's are the same thing, but to a Google algorithm, they might as well be 2 totally different companies. That inconsistency just destroys Google's trust in you, and your ranking just plummets. But here's the good news. Fixing this is actually a really straightforward 3-step process. First, you just have to define one single official version of your NAP. Second, you audit the internet and find every single variation out there. And third, you go through and meticulously fix every single one to be identical. That's it. That's how you build that foundational trust with Google. All right, so let's move on to our second fix. This one builds directly on top of that solid foundation we just talked about. Once Google trusts who you are and where you are, it's time to start using your most powerful asset, your happy customers and that reputation you've worked so hard to build. This slide shows it perfectly. Not all 5-star reviews are created equal. I mean, a good review is great, don't get me wrong, but an excellent review, that's a powerful tool for your ranking. Look at the difference here. The one on the right is loaded with juicy keywords. It includes the service location, Amarillo, and the specific job, heat pump replacement. To Google, those are pure gold. And that's exactly why you need to be responding to every single review you get. It's not just about being polite. When you reply, you get the chance to reinforce those key details. By thanking them and casually restating the service and the location, you're basically giving Google a little nudge, saying, hey, just confirming, we are the experts in water heater installation right here in Pampa. Okay, so your foundation is solid. Your reputation is actively working for you online. Now it's time for our third fix. And this is where we get laser focused. It's time to stop taking just any job that comes along and start tuning your online profile to attract the specific, high-profit jobs you actually want. This is the strategic shift that makes all the difference. You've got to move away from a generic term like general plumber and start focusing on high-intent keywords like slab leak detection Amarillo. When you do that, you're telling Google that you're not just another plumber, you're the most relevant local expert for that very specific and usually very valuable job. And here's the real bottom line. This strategy doesn't just get you more leads, it gets you the right kind of leads. You start attracting customers who have a specific, urgent problem and are looking for a real expert, not just someone who's going to give them the cheapest price. This focus is what drives down your cost for each qualified lead and really boosts your profitability.
So, what happens when you put all three of these fixes together? You get that consistent foundation, you have a powerful reputation strategy, and you're using laser-focused keywords. The outcome isn't just a few extra phone calls here and there. It becomes a predictable, reliable flow of high-quality local customers.
And here it is. This is the payoff. Your visibility in that all-important map pack skyrockets. Your phone starts ringing more often with customers who are ready to go. The leads you're getting are for the profitable jobs you actually want. And all of this works together to create predictable, sustainable growth for your business.
So, this all brings us to one final question you should be asking yourself about your own business. Are you leaving your most profitable jobs up to chance? Because by not actively managing these three areas, you might be doing just that, letting your best customers go straight to your competitors. But the good news is, now you know exactly how to stop that from happening.